I just wanted to sit down today and talk about this idea that I came across for myself. And I call it the uncomfortable middle. It is the space before you get to where you want to be or get what you want. It's the space where you're still in fear and doubt and you're uncomfortable and you just don't know what's going to happen next. And for me, I want to work on documenting those days because I feel like those days are where the real future for yourself is built. Not the days where you have projects to work on, not the days where you have, real opportunities in front of you, but those days when you have nothing, no real work opportunities, and it's just your discipline to fight the self-doubt. I have those thoughts, and I've been catching them recently, which is why I'm making this video of like, damn, can you really do this? Are you really going to make it? Like, can you really make this happen? And if you don't know me, I'm Jordan. I am on a journey to build an intentional life. And an intentional life to me is a life worth living. And I know every life is worth living, but that's just a slogan that I use for myself and my journey. And my journey basically is building a life that I want to live, not a life that society tells me to live or tries to force us to live, because, I don't want to get too deep into society and kind of how things are around us, but I want to break out of, the typical lifestyle where we get the job, we work that job, we get the nice things, and we get trapped. I don't feel like that's an intentional life for me. I did do that for a while, which I'm grateful for, and I'm happy I did because it opened my eyes and showed me what I really want out of my life and what an intentional life looks like for me. But I'm on the journey of building that intentional life right now, and it's not easy. I have doubts every day. I have fear. I have those uncomfortable situations because I'm in that uncomfortable middle, I have somewhat of a vision of an intentional life. Now I'm trying to develop the skills, the habits of a person that deserves to live that type of life. And that's kind of the journey I'm on right now. And if you're in that journey too, that uncomfortable middle where you're working on something and you just, want to change something in your life, there's going to be an uncomfortable middle. There's going to be, that loss of who you were and who you are becoming, right in between, where that doubt comes in, fear kicks in, and you really start doubting yourself if you could really do it. And you can. You're not alone. You just need to build that relationship with yourself, build that trust, and just keep moving. And that's what I'm working on right now. And I want to start getting better at documenting that, and not just documenting, my polished projects, not just posting things that look cool, look good. I'm going to make it one day, and I will be posting all of my things that look cool, look good, and my content may change. And once I get that intentional lifestyle, everything else may change as well. But for now, I want to focus on documenting that process to an intentional life, documenting how I'm going to get to that life that I want to live. And that's what this will be. It's a raw, real, unfiltered documentation. It may come in different styles, vlogs, skits, projects, short films, just pouring that fear and doubt into transforming it into creativity and putting it into my projects. And, hopefully I can inspire someone else to start their journey to a life that they want to live, whether that be making a major change in their life, changing their lifestyle completely. For me, the life I want, I'm going to go ahead and I can just kind of talk about that right now. My intentional life for me is, being able to get up in the morning when I want, spend intentional time with myself, whether that be, just chilling, making myself a healthy meal, a healthy food, giving myself love and like self-time and attention first, and then moving into my day. That's what an intentional life looks like for me, being able to travel whenever I want, or at least know when I'm going to be able to travel, know when I can travel and when I want to travel. I want to be able to, go to other countries, explore in those countries, involve myself with the culture, meet the locals, and just live. I want to live like a local in other countries. Like I would love to, spend every 3 months in a new country, live in there, have a place, live like a local, get up, meet people, try their food, and I feel like I can take a lot from that and implement that into my life. And that's just something that I always think about every day. And I don't have that lifestyle yet to where I can do that, but I know I can. I know if I see other people doing it, I can have it for myself. And that's the thing. If there's something you want out there and there's other people that have it, you can have it too. Even if you don't see people having it, you can forge that path for yourself. And I know I can do this. I just have to build that relationship and that trust with myself and stop self-sabotaging my success. But it's a process. It's a journey. It doesn't happen overnight. And that's why I'm making this video, because that is the uncomfortable middle. When you're not quite to where you have that vision to go, but you're on your way. So there's going to be roadblocks. There's going to be obstacles. But I'm just here to say to myself, just keep going, keep moving. On those days, continue to stay disciplined and build that trust with yourself, build that confidence. And just know at the end of the day, you can do whatever you set your mind to. You can build that intentional life and you can live it. And if you really want it, you can make it happen. And if you can inspire others along the way, why not? I mean, that's what I want to do. I want to be able to, get to that life that I want and inspire others to do it as well. So if you're new here, I'm Jordan, and this is going to be documentation of me building an intentional life. So thanks for checking in. You can leave a like, leave a comment, feel free to subscribe. My content may look different from time to time on this page, but at the core of it all, it will be documentation of me on my journey, building a life that I want to live.